Greetings and salutations. I would like to welcome everybody back and some of you for the first time to the Full Sport Press Podcast, the premier sports podcast for the consummate sports fan. And this is your one-stop shop for all sports-related news and topics. I am J.O.
Your boy Big Jeff.
Weezy in the building. Say what's up, Weezy.
What it do?
Coach Lock back in the building. Say what's up, Cal.
What's up? How's everybody doing?
Energy's up, baby. We ready. Let's get into it.
Yeah, no, sure, man.
Got another one.
Yes, we do. Most definitely. Episode 336, man. We're kicking off the 2020 college football season with some way too early predictions for the SEC.
FSP style.
Always FSP style.
You better damn know it.
Better damn believe it.
Let's kick it off, man. Best of the week, Coach Locke. What you got?
Man, my boy Bloomberg is back for me, man. He cut a check for all outstanding court costs, fees, and fines owed by all convicted felonies in Florida, which will give all those people voters' rights back for this election. Shout out to Bloomberg.
Shout out to Bloomberg, man. Send some of that money. Spend it. Spend that shit.
Got it to spend it. He's spending it.
He dropped a bag.
Yes, sir. What you got, Jeff?
All right, so Jamel and Jamal Charlo are headlining the first COVID boxing pay-per-view this weekend, man. It's good to see that. Both the twins in two separate locations headlining the card. Can't wait to check it out.
Sure, most definitely, man. Boxing is back. Hella droplets. What you got, Weezy? Best of the week.
Oh, man. Pac-12, Big Ten, they all follow suit in this football thing, man. They finna get it back rolling.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sticking with the same. College football starting. My Gators, 14-point favorites at Ole Miss. Been a long time coming, but my Gators are officially contenders, and we'll talk about that a little bit more when we get in the second half, for sure, man. Happy to put up some dancing shit, you know what I mean? It's time. It's time, man. It's been a long time coming. A lot of dope running. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta dodge these cases.
Yeah, we dodging them. We
literally in Gainesville, they trying to dodge these cases.
Worst of the week, Coach Locke. What you got?
Man, hey, I don't know. This might be everybody's. I don't know, but the Breonna Taylor, man, that's just you know, only one officer was charged, and he was only charged with 3 counts of wanton endangerment, which is only a Class D felony, which carries a maximum sentence of less than 10 years, but 5 or more. And he was out on $15,000 bond, and nobody was convicted for her murder.
Yeah, it's rough, man.
Yeah, that definitely was my consensus on that. So
yeah, I think we can stick with that, man. That's worst of the week. Fuck it.
I'm with it.
I'll pen the butt.
Yeah, no, for sure. Nah, that's
what I was about to say. Don't mean none of that. So we good.
Yeah, nah, for sure. 100%, man. Just like it's like every week we get a little traction, be like, all right, it's getting back to normal, and then it's right back, dog. Right back.
They don't want to sit, man. They don't.
Nah, for sure. Ain't no question about that, man. Rest in peace, Breonna Taylor, man. That shit trash. So, stat of the week. Shout out to Denzel187 for this fine. Manute Bol was solely responsible for popularizing the phrase "my bad." When during practices, he would say that instead of "my fault." It quickly spread in the NBA, and then, of course, became a popular phrase worldwide. So when we're saying "my bad," because Weezy says a lot, "my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad," it goes to Manute Bol. So shout out to Manute Bol. Rest in peace as well.
That's borderline racist, though, ain't it? Kind of like, are we like making fun?
Because he can't talk, because he can't say my fault.
Hey,
kind of.
Hey, a lot of Ebonics, dog. We shorten up a lot of stuff to make it a little easier to digest, for sure.
Definitely knowing where my bad came from.
Hey, shout out to Denzel187. Take that up with Denzel187, man. I think it's true. I believe in Denzel187.
I would like to believe Steve. Don't get him started, Weezy.
Everybody can't talk at the same time. What'd you say, Weezy?
He also believes Steve Wonder can see.
He improves in the pudding. Now Stevie cursing. We done seen Stevie for 100 years on TV. He didn't say one cuss word. Now Stevie cursing.
That's because, man, Stevie fed up, man.
We all fed up.
But we all be on here cursing.
Yeah, so in turn, I now need Stevie to say, hey, I love Rotel Dip.
All right, make sure you check us out on iTunes, Facebook, IG, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, Beyond Pod, YouTube, and of course, the SoundCloud page to catch up on the full archive of past episodes of FSP. How do you do that? Just search for Sport Press Podcast. After you do that, make sure you check out the On Day TV Hip Hop Podcast with Animal Brown and Spike Lee every Wednesday. The latest issue is up, the Ownership in Hip Hop episode. So if you're interested in owning your own stuff, if you're an artist out here, check out that episode. They'll let you know what's going on in the world with that.
Sure. Shout out to JT, the franchise, the only owner that we have as far as a hip hop legend. Shout out to my dog. I know he listening. I know the franchise listening.
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, for sure. Fresher Than Your Average Podcast featuring myself and my dog Animal Brown is a self-help fashion podcast directly related to improving everyday fashion. We have a new FTYA Friday analyzing copper drops, as well as Would You Rock, dropping those daily, weekly, however we're going to do it. They're all on the IG page, and a special surprise at the end of youtube.com/realviews FTYA Friday as well. So more than anything, wear your kicks, man. And it's coming from Croc Obama. Cop responsibly.
Oh my God! Hey,
us, but the cop responsibly.
I got a question for the friend. Is velour coming back in style?
Oh,
velour is back. Velour is coming back for sure. You got to wear a full velour suit though. Just can't have on a velour. You know what I mean?
Pants.
Pair of shorts and some pants or something. You got to go all velour.
And the tall tee?
Anybody rocking velour on the on this podcast? Anybody rocking velour?
With the tall tee?
I'm gonna pass.
Yeah, I'm not wearing velour. Sean John, you might bring back Sean John. I might do some Sean John.
Did you have a Sean John velour suit?
100%.
Two of them.
Oh, 100%.
You had one, Coach?
For sure.
Okay.
Navy blue and the powder blue.
And black joint.
Yeah. I had black, blue, white. Shit.
White velour is nasty.
Ooh.
Yeah, white velour is nasty. And I wore white Adidas with that thing.
Oh my goodness, cocaine season.
Right, cocaine white.
Hey. Shit.
What up, drought
It worked.
season? Baby,
It worked.
the reason.
I bet it did.
Gosh, that it is.
It worked. For sure.
Was it a 1X or a 2X?
And Jeff, I was 135 pounds, and that thing was a 2X, Jeff. I ain't bullshit. That thing was a 2X.
Know.
You already know. Hell yeah, you know. Hell yeah. Also, be on the lookout for Patreon featuring the entire Realville family, and we'll be on there soon. Stay tuned for more details. For sure. Jeff, you got 10 good wrestling seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Let's start the clock.
All right, fellas. So it's Clash of Champions this weekend. So you know what that means. First time in a while. Who gets the W? First match, Bobby Lashley versus Apollo Crews for the United States Championship. Weezy, who gets the W?
I'm going Bobby Lashley, just on the scrim.
They both. Yeah, they both.
Well, I know Bobby Lashley. I know him.
J-Ho.
Yeah, I'm going with Bobby Lashley as well.
Coach Locke.
Gotta go with the only person I know, Bobby.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and make it unanimous. Bobby Lashley for that one. Next, we got the Street Profits versus Andrade and Angel Garza for the Raw Tag Team Championship. Coach Locke.
I guess I go with the Street Profits.
Yeah, I'll explain later. Okay. J-Ho.
What's the other team's name?
Andrade and Garza.
Yeah, I'm going Andrade and Garza.
Weezy.
I'm going to Street Profits. Yeah, I'm going to Street Profits.
And a wife from Chat. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Change it, Jay.
Who you going with, Jeff?
The Street Profits have won the last 2 matches, so I think they're gonna switch it. I think it's Andrade and Garza at the pay-per-view.
Don't like that.
All right, and 2 more. For the WWE Championship, we got Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. Coach Locke.
I feel like Drew don't never get his due, so he about to do it. So I'm gonna go with Drew.
Okay. Let's go Weezy. Weezy, who you got?
I'm going with the Legend Killer.
Yes.
Randy Orton.
J-Ho.
Who's the champion?
The champion is Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, I'm going with Drew.
I'm going Randy Orton. And next, we got Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso, his cousin in real life, for the Universal Championship.
Who's the champion?
The champion is Roman Reigns. Weezy, who you got?
Uso, close enough.
Okay. All right. Jay.
I'm going Roman Reigns.
Coach Locke.
I'm going Roman Reigns. My coworker, he's really big into wrestling.
Yeah.
He told me, he always talks about it. I don't really, but whatever. But he said Roman Reigns is a bad guy now, so I'm going to go with Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Roman Reigns is cooking right now. And this is just for me. This is going to be my favorite match of the night. Jeff Hardy versus AJ Styles versus Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship. Coach Locke, who you got?
You said AJ Styles,
Jeff Hardy, and Sami Zayn. They're all technically the champ because one person never lost it, one person cheated to win it, and the third person has it right now.
I'm gonna go with AJ Styles. Hardy old.
AJ older than Hardy. That's crazy though.
Really? Oh my god!
But you wouldn't think it though. But AJ older than Hardy. J-Ho, who you got?
Give me AJ Hardy.
AJ Hardy?
You can't pick 2. You can't pick 2 of them. You just gonna combine them?
He meant to say man. He was say Hardy. He didn't.
You just gonna combine them?
Hey, y'all got me. Hey man, it's Madden time for me, man. I don't know what the hell y'all want me to do, man. Give me AJ Hardy, man.
Okay, Weezy.
I'm gonna go with AJ Hardy too. Then fuck it. I'm just gonna
go with right. That's
y'all get 2 L's. Y'all get 2 L's automatic on that one.
Definitely, I'm gonna go with Jeff Hardy, coach. So you and I split that one.
Okay.
Yeah. And that is who gets the W. Good pause, Jay. I saw that. Yeah, good pause. Make sure you check out 808s and Chest Shots each and every Thursday morning at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time.
Most definitely, man. Now, tweet us with questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment and give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page. On the iTunes page, please rate and subscribe. And more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
That the Revolution will be podcasted. And before we get started, the first half, Weezy. Do you have a yellow box of Cheerios award recipient for the listeners?
I do. This week's award recipient is Ty Lawson.
That's it. For sure. Last weekend, my point guard, Ty Lawson, took to his Instagram stories where he sent out a few posts regarding Chinese women. Now, in the first post, Lawson claimed that he needs to, and I quote, switch up his stance on Chinese women because they got cakes on the low. Then in the second post, Lawson shows a picture of himself getting what appears to be a lap dance from a Chinese woman with the caption, YOLO, I guess, end quote. Now, while this would be a compliment in certain circles, the Chinese Basketball Association took Lawson's post as a form of discrimination based on race and gender. And as a result, his current team, now former team, the Fujian Sturgeons, who Lawson plays for or played for in China, decided to release him. And the following day, the CBA followed up by hitting the player with a lifetime ban. Ty Lawson, you got to know the room, Ty. It's my point guard, but you got to know one. Hey, listen, you got to know the room, Ty.
Yeah, I figured that was going to get his ass up out of there once. So he done.
Yeah, on the low, though, he ain't lying. Because on the low, it's quiet.
Chill. We got to get it, China. We got to get over there. We
do got to get over there, but he ain't lying is what I'm saying.
We got to get over there.
They just don't. They don't play that over there. That's all.
Hell no, they ain't gonna play that over there.
You gotta know that.
You gotta know the room.
Is he back on U.S. soil yet?
Whew, that's a good question.
Oh hell yeah! Listen.
You better be.
Ty probably
if he ain't in trouble.
Listen, they probably drug Ty. Ty woke up in Baltimore, Maryland. Ain't no question. He woke up in Wangzhang, and then the next day he woke up in Baltimore. Like, damn, how I get here? When they beat your ass, they don't play there.
That's how long he was out too. That's a long travel flight.
Long travel stage. Yeah. Shout out to Ty. You definitely getting this yellow box though, Weezy. How you gonna get it to him, buddy?
I'm gonna let you give that to him, man.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm gonna get that to Ty, man. That's my point guard, man. You know what I'm saying?
Snail mail. I'm gonna let you.
Ty can't get right, but on the low though, Jeff. On the low,
we gotta get over there. We gotta chill.
Let's go. Let's go to the first half, man. Let's just go and get to the first half.
We gotta get over.
First half is underway.
The low.
The first half is underway.
First half, the hottest sports news of the past week, like we do each and every week here at the Full Sport Press Podcast. Before we get started, I am J.O.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
It's your boy Weezy. What it do?
It's your man, Coach Lock.
Lock, where can they find you on social media, my brother?
Man, they can check me out on Twitter and IG at Lock_the_great. That's THA. Get at me.
So, Jeff, what about you, brother?
Jay Easley 84 across all social media platforms.
What about you, Weezy?
I'm FSP_Weezy on IG, and I met how Weezy on Twitter.
Yeah, the hell you are. And I'm J-Hope on Instagram and Twitter. Hey, man. One of the homies hit me up and said, hey, man, I'm be real, man. Somebody need to get into the kingdom, man. They've been sitting there for a year. Get what? You in. You know what I'm saying? You in.
A year, dog. That's nuts.
He talk bad to me and everything.
They probably forgot that they even.
Get what, though? Come on.
Hey, boy, you crazy. That boy crazy.
Sure. Jeff, we're on to week 3 of the fantasy football with FSP, correct?
Yeah, man. Week 3. Let's take a look. All right, so this week, first matchup, we got Show Me Them TDs. Shout out to Parham. I know he's listening. At 0-2 versus the preseason champ. One time for Shane coming in 1-on-1.
You're going to be hot about that. I know you're going to be hot.
I know you listen to DP. But Shane is jumping out to a quick 11-point lead after the Thursday night game and is favorite to win that one. Hopefully to show me them TDs and get off the snide. But, you know. Next, we got Vandalay International, one time for Reagan versus A Royale with the Cheese. Twin back in the build. The Twin is 2-0. Reagan is 0-2. And Twin is projected to win that one. Next, got the Diplomats. Went up to Cam versus Big Draco. One time for Chad. This is going to be a close one. Diplomats jumped out to a 30-point lead with over the Thursday night game, but still projected to be a 3-point game. So we'll see how that plays out. And I won't do my game last. Shout out to Winston's eye exam myself coming in at 2-0 versus Kanye 2024 at 2-0 AB. You know, the battle of the undefeateds. You know, this is projected to be a close game. No one has played yet, so we'll see how that plays. AB is actually projected to win that by 5. So we'll see. And lastly, you choose a side versus Now Watch God. Shout out to Weezy, you choose a side. 1-1 versus
head.
Okay. Versus Now Watch God, 1-1. Now Watch God is projected to win that one, though, Weezy, by a large margin. So we'll see how that plays out. Oh, one more game. One time for D. Harris versus Coach Wayman in the Coach's Corner. That Coach's Corner profile pick is hilarious. D. Harris is projected to win that. Both teams, well, Coach Wayman is 0-2 and D. Harris is 1-1. So we'll see how that plays out. Marquee matchup, 2-0 teams, me and AB. Shout out to this.
I'm sure you're going to find a way to do that. You're doing all that talking, Jeff. You holding it. Hey, listen. It's happening.
What?
Get a W.
They say cooking the books over there. I don't know.
How can you cook the books in fantasy football? How? How is that even possible?
I asked those same questions about Madden. You know what I mean?
Jay, you can cook the books in Madden. Not saying you're doing it, but the books can be cooked when it comes to me.
Oh, the same way that you can cook the books, I can cook the books. I ain't cooking no damn books.
I didn't say you were. I just said they can be cooked.
Like somebody cooking the books. You hear that? I got like somebody cooking the books, Coach.
Somebody doing something like that Weezy.
Yes, sir.
Just a good fun season of FSP fantasy football. That's how we do it, man.
That's all we doing, both ways, and man too. Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jeff, what's all that shit, Jeff?
No, it's just getting started. The first season and what is this 2021 first? It's just not getting started. Yep.
Yeah, you 3-0. You know what I mean?
Yep. Made some good moves.
Made some bad moves. Nigga, you get mad at me because you make bad moves. Yeah,
who made a bad move?
No. I'm saying people can't get mad. Oh, you made a bad move. You chose Jameis Winston over Josh Allen. Come on, man.
Hey, Josh, you gonna go on record if Josh Allen kills the shit and say you were wrong?
I'll say he had a great year, Coach. I will admit if he has a great year.
Let's get the hell out of here. Let's go on to college football, man. Monday was a monumental day for HBCUs as NFL Hall of Famer and larger-than-life personality Deion Sanders was introduced as the newest head coach of the Jackson State University football team. Now, currently, he's serving as the OC at Trinity Christian School in Cedar Hill, Texas. Sanders will finish out this season, therefore beginning to start Jackson State's football season in the fall, to the spring, which has been pushed back due to coronavirus pandemic. Now, Sanders replaces John Hedrick, who went 6-9 overall and 5-5 in the SWAC East. This is Jackson State's most recent winning season, was in 2013. Is this a big deal, little deal, no deal for Deion Sanders to be the head coach at Jackson State University?
Big deal, man. I'm actually still in awe about it. Like, I can't believe somebody like Deion Sanders is actually coaching the HBCU at Jackson State and getting them off. Like, it's a huge deal. I think it can't go nowhere but up from here. He can put I heard he put a big boy staff together. He can't do nothing but go up from here.
I agree, Weezy. I'll say this. Well, I won't say it's a big deal. I say to be determined, because we've yet to see how dedicated Deion may be to this. Hopefully, this is where he wants to be, but maybe this is just like a stopgap for him to get somewhere else. Who knows? But hopefully, he's dedicated to this, and we can definitely see a trend upward for the HBCUs, a much needed one. So hopefully, this is a good thing.
This is a big deal, man. It's bringing so much attention to Jackson State and the HBCUs. He won't be there long. This is definitely a stepping stone. This will project him up to getting a bigger job where he can get that experience on his resume. And he's going to get some big names down in Jackson State just on his name alone. Don't know how soon or how big, but he will have some big-time players down there. He might even get his son to come down there. We don't know. But this is a big deal for Jackson State. I hate this for my Tennessee State Tigers because we have to see them every year at the Southern Heritage Classic. Not looking forward to him getting those recruits to play against us. It's still TSU all day, though.
Big deal for sure, man. Even though Deion has no coaching experience, Coach Prime is coming as Coach Prime. In his first week on the job, he already landed a player that played in the SEC at Mississippi State. So every player that's not getting any tick at a Power 5 school will transfer down because they'll be able to play immediately at Jackson State. Both of his sons will transfer to Jackson State. I think one will play one more year at South Carolina behind the atrocity that is Will Muschamp. And also you have a quarterback that's going to play Willie Tagg, and they're not going to win enough games. He's thinking, hey, you know what? I'll go down here and play for my dad. The only thing that worries me is that Jackson State is a Nike school right now. So Deion being an Under Armour athlete and probably one of the bigger Under Armour athletes because he does so much with the shoe company, he's going to have to find a way to turn Jackson State into an Under Armour school. And if he's not staying there long term, it's going to be a lot of trouble because if you break a contract like they have with Nike right now, it could be detrimental if Deion's only there for 2 years. So Jackson State has to make the right decision. It might be worth it, but this is great for HBCUs all around for sure.
Real quick, I heard Jeff and Locke say because a stepping stone job, and it probably is. But still, it's a stepping stone job. What like who was doing that? Who was doing that at first? Take HBCUs to even to be a stepping stone job. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was taking that.
I think O.J. Simpson was going to take the Alcorn State job, but
yeah, okay.
Yeah, that turned out.
Yeah.
No, that's a great point, though. I see what you mean. The show is going to be great. The show that is Prime is going to be great. Like he's gonna be all the pomp and circumstance. He's going to have everybody tuned in. I just want it to be a long term thing. I'm just selfish. That's all. I want the HBCU to get their comeuppance, and I hope this is one of the things that can lead to it. That's all I'm saying.
For sure. Now the GOAT, MJ Jordan, 6-time champ, Finals MVP, 6 times Hall of Famer, Hornets owner. Well, now he's in the NASCAR. He owns his own NASCAR team. Now he entered into a partnership with NASCAR racer Denny Hamlin and purchased a team charter from Germain Racing to field cars for Bubba Wallace, who will leave the Richard Petty Motorsports at season's end and drive for MJ's team. Now, details of the car numbers, sponsor, crew, etc. are all to be determined, but the charter guarantees them a starting spot in the Cup Series field every weekend and a technical alliance with Hamlin's employer, Joe Gibbs Racing, and it guarantees equipment produced by NASCAR's current dynasty builder. Now, Bubba Wallace is the guy that has made a lot of noise. He's up and coming in racing. He'll be the driver for the team, and he's already dealt and battled things like bigotry and called for a ban on the Confederate flags at the track. And like I said, he's one of the hottest and upcoming drivers in NASCAR. Now, Jordan already been owning racing before owning the Michael Jordan Motorsports, which was an AMA Superbike team. Is this a big deal for Michael Jordan in NASCAR, and will this attract a more diverse crowd to NASCAR now that Jordan has done this?
Another big deal. Definitely going to attract people like us to start driving cars now, just because it's Jordan. I think it's just as big a deal as Deion Sanders, man. That's NASCAR's a team full of it's a team full of owners that look like they don't look like us, and they let Jordan in, and here we go. Now we're driving cars.
NASCAR needed this. A bigger deal will be for NASCAR. They needed the boost because their own sport is dropping in popularity, and it's already a niche sport as it is. I mean, it's just left turns, for goodness sake. So, I mean, it is what it is with that. But I'm happy to see Michael Jordan, venture out, diversify, see what he can do, and give Bubba Wallace a shot. Will it be substantial? I'm not sure, but it's good to see for right now, and hopefully Bubba Wallace can turn it in because he's got to get some wins here sooner or later to keep bringing his name up. That's all.
Yeah.
Jordan was raised in the South like us, so being raised in the South, about NASCAR and car races, and we had growing up in South Nashville. There was a racetrack right up the street from us. Now, granted, none of us ever went up there, but at the same time, we were around it. This is the thing. This was 15 years ago to be a big deal, but Michael Jordan and his power can get kids or people younger than him to pay attention to NASCAR. The sport is just not made for our culture. They had a noose in a stable in 2020. Can you imagine what would happen if the NFL, the NBA had a noose in the locker room right now? And the cost of driving cars is too high for kids that can't afford that shit. It just can't grab the attention. 15 years ago, maybe so. But he just doesn't move the needle like how he did. This was Travis Scott, LeBron James, Drake. This would be different. But the merch will go up a little bit because it'll be on Travis Scott, Drake.
Stop. Locke, you gotta wake up, Locke. My goodness. You just God. My bad. All right. You put me to sleep.
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Nah, I didn't say no. I'm just laughing. What's going on?
What are you talking about? I'm watching the screen.
I thought your eyes were finna close, dude.
No, I'm watching the screen.
All right, that's wrong. My bad.
Yeah, but that merch will be on Travis Scott and Drake as well. So maybe they'll drop a Bubba Wallace sneaker. Hell, I don't know. But blacks aren't going to pay any attention to NASCAR. Michael Jordan can't get us to do that even in 2020.
So the Motorsport 6s is what you said. Motorsport 7s, I guess. We're going to bring those back. I got a question for the group, though. Does this mean race car jackets make their triumphant return?
Jordan race car jackets.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. I need a good race car jacket back, man.
That's a train I never got into. I never owned a race car jacket.
You too young. You too young.
You wasn't outside yet.
You went off the porch yet.
I think I was outside. I see.
No, you weren't outside. I mean, you still eating applesauce.
That's what y'all. Make sure I sleep at night. I was definitely outside. I never owned a race car jacket. I'm walking around with no damn tire on my back. I ain't doing that.
Hey.
A couple of them coats was all right. Anyway, so let's move on. J-Hove, I believe, predicted this on last week's show. It's going to hurt to talk about this one, though. So if you're like me, if you were wondering where in the world was Tyrod Taylor when the Los Angeles Chargers played the Kansas City Chiefs last week, you're not alone. I believe every group chat, every fantasy football league, everyone was wondering, when did this happen? Where's Tyrod? Well, apparently, Tyrod was issued a shot by the team doctor of the Chargers pregame that punctured his lung. Let that sink in. Punctured his lung. It was a shot to help give him pain relief for some bruised ribs that he had, or a rib injury that he was on the injury report for. Well, turns out Justin Herbert stepped in, had a great game. And Tyrod's probably going to be on the bench for the rest of the season. Guys, what on earth happened in the Chargers medical facility last week?
They said the doc. I don't claim to be no doctor, nothing like that. But if you can take a damn shot, I don't know how I could punch your damn lung. I'll be smacking the shut of that doctor if that was me. But I don't know. I don't know what happened. But my biggest thing is the head coach, man. He downplayed it like it wasn't a big deal. Like he don't. Like they pulling the wool over his eyes, you know what I'm saying? If you want the damn boy, the rookie to start, just put him in the game, coach. Just put him out there. You got to damn puncture the man's lung and put the rookie in there. Like, come on. And then him say, an accident happened. Y'all guys knew what happened. Shit, you know what happened. That's what I did. And I like Anthony Lynn too. But did I find out that he did that and act like it didn't happen? Yeah, that hurt me.
I'm gonna defend Anthony, man. I don't think Anthony knew at the time. After the game, that's when he found out. I bet the doctors just told him, we don't know what's going on. We gotta do some more tests, when they knew what happened. Anthony Lynn did not know. It's no way he knew at the beginning of the game that they had punctured his lung with that needle, trying to just give him a shot for pain. It's no way. It sucks for Tyrod because this was a good team for him to be on in the start. He had the weapons that he needed to be a good quarterback to prolong his career. And now, like Jeff mentioned, it's over. The rookie is going to finish out the year and get those snaps, and he can just go in and try to be a backup somewhere, or might just be over. Might be time to just hang him up.
This is the thing, man. Tyrod will be back starting 2 weeks. He'll be fine. This is the reason that Trent Williams plays for the San Francisco 49ers right now. He was so leery of the Washington football team's medical staff that he set out an entire year. Pretty much every player has the right to go get independent opinions because the team doctors are paid by the team. So the Chargers have recent history of weird stuff going on with their doctors. And David Chow left the franchise over 15 years with that same franchise, the Chargers, for malpractice things. Tyrod Taylor was in a bad situation. People are saying he should sue. It likely hinges on if he was told beforehand that a punctured lung could happen if you were getting an injection shot. The doctors told him that could happen and he consented. There's not a lot that he could do. But the thing is, Tyrod Taylor is fine. He will start again. They didn't want to get Justin Herbert in the game, man. Tyrod is Anthony Lynn's guy until it gets to a point where they have to play the kid. They just know that they got a good quarterback, and he'll be fine. Tyrod's just unfortunate, man. Just bad luck. He won't sue him. He'll start in 2 weeks or whatever the case may be. But it is unfortunate for my dog, Ty 5, man. I hate that.
Yeah, we gotta get a doctor on the show. I want to see how that damn thing can puncture somebody's lung. I wouldn't mind. I just Mm-hmm.
It said it's one of those things. I was reading up on this before the show. It said it's one of those things that can happen.
Yeah.
Because of what they were doing, so it can happen. But
I've also seen that the doctor had that quarterback had that rookie quarterback on his DraftKings lineup. So I've seen a lot of things. So I don't know.
Man, it happens in 1% of cases, Weezy. So it can happen. It just so happened that Tyrod Taylor's also sleeping with Drea, and he just got bad luck right now.
Oh,
the Drea curse can really be real.
You blaming Drea? I'm blaming the doctor. So here we go.
Go. You guys ready to get started with halftime?
Let's do it.
We're at the midway point. Enjoy all of the halftime festivities.
In case you missed it, now widely regarded as the best player in the class of 2023, Mikey Williams is moving to Charlotte, North Carolina to attend Lake Norman Christian School. Williams, his move to North Carolina comes in response to COVID-19 forcing California lawmakers to push back the start of high school sports. Now, his arrival to Charlotte will allow him to play against some of the nation's best talent. North Carolina is a heavily recruited basketball state. With a star like Williams entering the ranks, surely competition will be ready to see if he is the number one player in the country or not. In 2019, as a true freshman, he averaged 30.7 rebounds and 5 assists as a freshman. Nuts. For sure. Will Mikey Williams prosper in Charlotte, North Carolina?
Yeah, man.
30 points. All them damn. That's all the numbers you just called out. That ain't fake. That ain't fake. So yeah.
Get ready for the hype train. Let's get ready for it to start rolling. We about to be watching a sophomores basketball games on pay-per-view here in a second.
Yeah, man. He gonna prosper because he's only gonna grow. He's only gonna get better. He's gonna mature. His body's gonna mature. And it's not like they're not ball players in California just as good. California has a lot of good basketball players too. So he's just going to transition, man. He's played all over the country because of how he's ranked. So we're going to see the same thing. Just wonder who he's going to play with. Is anybody going to join him?
Yep. I know your boy Bryce Griggs, coach, is coming back to Texas. So he'll have to find some more running mates. But I think Mike will be fine. It's a different type of basketball in Charlotte, North Carolina that you play in San Diego, though. So you have to get used to that. But he'll be fine. He'll play, I think, every year of high school, he'll go play somewhere else. And I think he'll do his last year at maybe like an Oak Hill, Montverde, Finley Prep, La Lumiere, somewhere like that, just to kind of do it the right way his final year. But I think Mikey won't make it through 4 years of high school. I think he'll reclass after his junior year and figure out a way to get to the G League for sure. All right. You guys ready to get started with the second half?
Let's do it.
Get it.
The second half is underway.
The second half, the 2020 SEC College Football Preview Show. Before we get started, I am J-Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
I'm Weezy. What it do?
It's your man, Coach Lock.
Lock, man, we aren't sure that college football happened in 2020, but we'll continue to assume there will be a fall college football season until there officially isn't one. At least 4 SEC teams are vying for a national championship, possibly even 6, depending on who you ask, but only if there is actually a national championship or a football season. And with that train of thought, let's dive into the full preview of SEC football, featuring noteworthy players, storylines, superlatives, new coaches, and predicted standings. Let's kick it off, man. SEC Breakout Player of the Year. We will kick things off with you, Weezy. Who you got?
My Breakout Player of the Year this year is no other than Najee Harris from Alabama. He ain't got to share the carries this year. He's going to be the guy. Let's go.
Sorry, I was talking on mute. I agree. That when we start over real quick, that 4 teams in the SEC having chance to win the national championship, that's crap. It's crap. It's one. It's one like always, the same one. The one that we're talking about right now. Not sure it's the breakout player in the SEC.
My breakout player of the year is Chris Rodriguez from Kentucky, running back. He'll see his first full season of action. He had 533 yards and 6 touchdowns on just 71 carries last year. That's averaging 7.5 per rush. Now with the running back he's playing behind in the NFL, he's expected to get more touches. In that Kentucky offense, I think this would be the year where he will really break out and see that 1,000 yards.
Sure. I have DJ Williams at Auburn. If Auburn's offense is going to take the next step with Bo Nix under center, a ground game will have to be imperative. Enter Williams, who averaged 4.8 yards per carry as a true freshman, and he'll have opportunity now with Jatavius Whitlow, the Tigers' leading rusher the past 2 seasons, entering the transfer portal. DJ Williams, man, remember that name. Let's move right along to SEC Offensive Freshman of the Year, Weezy. Who you got?
Oh, this year's Offensive Freshman of the Year is going to be running back South Carolina, Marshawn Lloyd. They say he's the second coming of a running back. I forgot that guy's name. But anyways, yeah, Marshawn Lloyd, running back South Carolina.
Mac Jones, your time is already done. Freshman of the year is going to be Bryce Young for Alabama. He's going to have that job by week 2, week 3. He's not going to look back. Alabama's going to be scary this year.
I went with wide receiver Tulu Griffin from Mississippi State. Mike Leach is the new coach out there, and we know what he does. All he's going to do is throw the ball. Throw the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball. He's going to air it out, so that's going to give plenty of opportunities for Tulu. So Ledrick Tulu Griffin will be freshman of the year, wide receiver from Mississippi State.
Yo. I got Eric Gilbert, man, tight end for LSU. This is the number 1 player in the country, man, at the tight end position last year. So he enters a team with a friendly depth chart because you lose Thaddeus Moss to the NFL, and a team with just a lot of talent, but they're just young. And I think that they're going to line him up everywhere from wide receiver, flanker, and his true position at tight end. There is no Joe Burrow, but I tell you what, this guy's going to get hella targets being the tight end at LSU, man. Eric Gilbert, remember that kid. We got to get him on Madden, coach. Let's move right along to the SEC Defensive Freshman of the Year, Weezy. Who we got?
Defensive back from Tennessee, Keegan Lawrence. They say he's a monster, man. He's 6'3", 200 pounds. But he's already caught COVID, so that's over with. They ain't gonna worry about that no more. And they said they're gonna put him right in the fire. Jeremy Pruitt says gonna put him right in the fire. So here we go.
I don't know about not having a word. Never mind. I'm going with Jordan Birch, DN from South Carolina. People whispering this Clowney 2.0. Whispering. That's what I'm saying.
I went with outside linebacker BJ Ojulari from LSU. They need help rushing the passer. This guy was a 2-way starter at Marietta in Georgia where they were state champions. Now he's going to really get to concentrate on just the defensive side of the ball. So I think he's going to get a lot of but a lot of reps on defense because they need help with that. So I see him have a good year at LSU.
Got to stick with the second best DB school in the SEC. LSU, man. Elias Ricks. Derek Stingley said it one. Listen, that's an NFL player. So Ed Orgeron has to replace Christian Fulton. It is this kid's job to lose. They're going to put him right out there in the fire. He's the number 14 player in the country last year. Orgeron will have a really good team in 2 years. This isn't the year, But I tell you what, you get those guys playing at a high level now, 2 years they'd be ready to play. They just need a quarterback, and they don't have that right now. So Elias Ricks, cornerback from LSU. Moving on to SEC Transfer Player of the Year, Weezy. Who we got?
My SEC Transfer Player of the Year is quarterback KJ Costello. Transfer from Stanford. It's going to Mississippi State. I think this is almost like getting a first round draft pick from Mississippi State. He came from Stanford, where the new coach Mississippi State played the Pac-12 with him. So he picked him up. He's gonna be throwing the football all over the field for that coach. You know that coach don't never stop throwing the football. KJ Costello.
I had the same person. Maybe everything Weezy said. Just got to stay healthy, though. And then Locke's guy, he had the breakout freshman, could get all his numbers he wanted wide receiver. They're going to throw the ball. Leach is going to throw the ball no matter what. So KJ Costello as well.
Third, that KJ also for everything you said. Ain't no sense of me just repeating it, but we know Mike Leach, man. He's going to throw the football. So I have KJ also.
Yeah, hey, y'all, that shit ain't going to work in the SEC.
We'll see.
I have Felipe Franks, man, quarterback for Arkansas. After 4 years with the Florida Gators, man, Franks is starting quarterback in Arkansas under a new coach in Sam Pittman. Listen, man, no denying his talent. Very talented quarterback. Just couldn't get it going at Florida. He was still going to be our starting quarterback until he broke his foot. So this kid,
he might not even finish the season over there.
Yeah,
he's gonna get hurt.
Yeah, but anyway, he's a leader of men, and he'll lay the foundation for the rebuild that the Hogs need. So Felipe Franks, SEC Transfer Player of the Year, Arkansas Razorback.
No, they might not win a game.
Boy, you sure put the sauce on him because that was your boy.
Felipe, it wasn't never my guy, but I just had to do. Man, I had to believe in my quarterback.
I've sat by Jay at a game where he completely cussed Felipe Franks out.
Yeah.
Oh, I've sat by him and saw him. Yeah, I can't believe you just picked that for real.
For sure. Yeah, no, for sure. Let's move on to the 2020 Offensive Player of the Year in the SEC. Who you got, Weezy?
Now, this is gonna be easy. This is Jalen Waddle, wide receiver, Alabama. He's gonna kill. That boy gonna. He was the fastest player on the team. He was one of the fastest players on the team last year. Besides Locke's boy, Henry Ruggs. So he's already know the system. It's his time. It is his time.
Keeping it in Alabama, but going to the running back, I'm going Najee Harris. He's like everything you said, Weezy. He doesn't have to shed the coats anymore. He's probably gonna sit for the Heisman.
I agree, Jeff. With Tua leaving, Alabama's going to go back to more of the typical Alabama team where they're a little more dominant with the run. And Najee Harris is going to be the guy that's going to lead them there. So he's going to be the Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, I always said the day that Najee Harris landed on campus at Alabama, he was the best running back there. Damian Harris was there. You had Josh Jacobs there. And Najee Harris was better than him as a true freshman coming from California. But I'm going with his teammate, Devontae Smith from Alabama. It's hard to believe that a guy that leads the team, Alabama's team, in receiving yards and touchdowns still be overshadowed. And that's what happened to him last year. Everybody was paying attention to Tua, Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs. But this kid didn't do anything but lead the team in yards and touchdowns. He will give Jamar Chase a little bit of a run if it wasn't a situation where he would play. This is the thing, man. Devontae Smith is the player. People are sleeping on him, man. He's just not as flashy as those other guys, for sure.
Only thing worries about him is it's been a long time since we've seen a star player from a star position to play 4 years at Vanderbilt. Play 4 years at Alabama.
Yeah, because you got to play 4 years at Vanderbilt. You're right.
You have to play 4 years at Alabama, so if you're good at Alabama, you usually don't play 4 years there. So
just got overshadowed for sure.
We'll see.
Let's move right along to the 2020 Defensive Player of the Year in the SEC. Weezy, who you got?
Derek Stingley, cornerback, LSU. Easy pick.
Yeah, this should be unanimous. Kid just being league, as J Hov would say, league him. Wasting his time right now. He shouldn't even play this year. Wasting his time.
This could easily be unanimous, but I went differently. I went with Nick Bolton, linebacker from Missouri. This kid is small. He's 5'11", but he's a player. He had 107 tackles in 12 games last year. He can cover in the passing game, which he had the highest graded returning SEC linebacking rated in coverage. So look out for Nick Bolton from Missouri, linebacker.
Y'all know I love Stingley, man. He's a dog. But I'm going with Richard LeCount, DB from Georgia. Georgia has one of the best teams all around. They don't have a bunch of players like LSU had last year that were, NFL prospects across the board. But this dude is Roquan Smith, but in the secondary. He is a beast. 5-star recruit in 2017, single-handedly responsible for nearly half of Georgia's takeaways last year. He is the man on this team on defense. Georgia will only go as far as Richard LeCount will get them there. He's a player of the year in the SEC as far as defense, for sure. Weezy, SEC coach on the hot seat. Who you got?
Oh man, this one was easy for me. Dan Mullis from Florida. It's gonna be it's gonna be Will Muschamp. Will Muschamp from South Carolina. It could very well be Derek Mason from Vanderbilt, but I'm gonna go with Will Muschamp.
Well, if you don't want to say it, I'll say it for you. He's got to be on the hot seat at this point. Like,
Derek Mason.
Well, no, unfortunately, not Dan Mullen. But Derek Mason probably is going to lose every game. They don't have those fluff games. I don't think Vanderbilt wins a game this year. I really don't. And I'm not saying that it's a shot. I think Florida State.
You want to bet it?
No, I want y'all to win. I want y'all to win. I just don't think y'all will win a game. I just don't. I don't see where y'all don't play Arkansas. So where does it happen?
Chill.
Who y'all gonna beat? No, seriously. In all jokes aside, who are y'all gonna beat this year?
We can beat Tennessee, Kentucky.
Not beating Tennessee. Kentucky. We'll talk about Kentucky.
Tomato, Muschamp, Mason, whichever way you want to go. But I go with Muschamp. He's going into year 5, and they're one game above 500, coming off a 4-8 season. He moved to his third offensive coordinator in 4 seasons. That's never a good sign for your team. And he can't get the quarterbacks to get better. But they have talent when they get there, but they just can't develop them. And they lost to Appalachian State last year. It's not looking good for Muschamp, man. He'll be out of there.
If it wasn't for Muschamp beating Georgia last year, he would have been fired this damn summer. Same problems he had at damn Gainesville when my Gators ran us into the damn ground. Same problems he had at South Carolina. He's a shit coach, but is a shittier coach in the SEC. His name's Derek Mason. Listen, let me tell you, to give you an idea of how hot his seat is, had Vanderbilt had not extended his contract leading up to that year, he would not be there right now. Things have gotten so bad for this man. His defense even gave out on him last year. I'm telling you what, man. Those are 2 really shitty coaches. But I think the shittier coach is Muschamp. But I think the person that's on the hot seat is Derek Mason because Muschamp actually beat a contender, which was Georgia last year. But I tell you what, man. Flip a coin. Flip a damn coin. Neither one of them will win 2 or 3 games in this.
They still talking? My God.
Yeah, for sure. That's how bad they are.
And too bad coach. And Derek Mason is out. He should have left, dog. He should have left, took that Colorado job. Should have taken that damn Colorado job. All right, let's move right along to SEC Coach of the Year, Weezy. Who you got and why?
This is no easy. Everything Jay just said, Derek Mason. Like, can you argue what he just said? It's gonna be Derek Mason this year, Coach of the Year. Nah, it's definitely gonna be Jimbo Fisher from Texas A&M, man. Jimbo's gonna get them boys rolling this year. He's gonna make Kellen Mond look great. I think I'm telling you, Jimbo Fisher, Texas A&M. We'll come back to that. Jimbo Fisher.
Yeah, you're gonna regret you ever said that. Coach of the Year gonna be Gus Malzahn from Auburn. Watch what I tell you.
You talking about regret you said something.
Watch what Bo Nix do year 2 and another year with Bo Nix. Watch what happens with that.
Mark Stoops at Kentucky be Coach of the Year. He gets his quarterback, Ted Wilson, back, who missed most of last year. And they got the running backs. Like I mentioned, the running back coming in, they have one of the best offensive lines in the nation. So don't be surprised if they make some noise in the SEC.
The SEC Coach of the Year, man, is Dan Mullen, man. Ain't no question. We're still basking in the glory. The second straight New Year's Six bowl. Damn. Hold on, what was that, cuz?
You know what it was.
Damn.
You know what it was.
Everybody was on mute but you, cuz.
I know, man. My bad. Let's get it. So we're coming off our second straight New Year's Six bowl victory. Yeah, we won those. And so the expectations are high, man. We're a top 10 country in the entire college football realm. And on top of that, we're bringing back starters in the right positions. Quarterback, very, very talented. We got 2 of those. DBs, great. We got 2 great transfers. A running back from the University of Miami, a wide receiver from Penn State. Secondary is looking, hey, listen, man, this might be our year, dog. This is our year, man. I ain't felt this good about a team at Florida. You know, other than 2 years we won national championships for sure. So this is a good team, man. I hope we figure out. I just hope nothing like COVID or anything slow us up, injuries, things of that nature. But we really got a good team, man.
You really feel that good about Kyle Trask?
I feel good about Emory Jones and Kyle Trask. Yes.
Y'all gonna be right where y'all always are. Y'all probably win the East, and then that'll be it because y'all lose that game, and y'all go play that same bowl game.
Hey, what I'm saying is, y'all ain't played no real football in 6 years. 6.
We're not talking about.
They played bowl game last year.
I've came to terms with my team.
Well, I'm just saying, yeah. Now we'll be straight.
When he uses that one, when the coach last I said I come to terms with it, that means his ass is done.
Yeah, I'm telling you, hey, coach, let me tell you something. I got a whole bunch of hoodies and T-shirts and shit. You can join the squad, man.
Now, don't you do that, coach?
Ain't nothing I can do with that but put it in the fireplace.
Let's move right along to the SEC fall-off team, Weezy. Who we got?
This is by default, though, man, but it's going to be the LSU Tigers. It's going to be LSU Tigers. Not because they're not good, not because they're not, they lost too much. They lost too much, man. Joe Burrow had, I think, me personally, had the best single season a quarterback could ever have. And it's just hard to repeat that. So I'm going to go with LSU Tigers.
This was the hardest question that we had because you don't want to pick on LSU because they lost so much. They're still going to compete, but odds are says they have to come down to earth after that great run they had last year. But I think with all the hype coming into this team that Weezy just spoke about, Texas A&M, they're going to be the ones that fall off. They ain't going to be shit. They ain't going to win shit. Nothing.
Is that Jimbo Fisher hate, or is that just...
They ain't going to win.
Yes, that's exactly what that is.
All it is. Jimbo hate for sure.
Okay, Jimbo, they gonna beat us by 30 tomorrow. So
that ain't hard to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, LSU
gonna win more. Go ahead. Now they're gonna win more games before the state, for sure.
Who? Vanderbilt?
Texas A&M.
I mean, yeah, Florida State's trash. We are horrible. We are horrible. Awful.
Yeah, LSU is they're gonna have a fall off naturally, but I went with Auburn. They got a new player call on the offense, a new offensive coordinator, Chad Morris. The O-line has 4 new starters. They have to rebuild their D-line, and they got a tough schedule with road games against non-conference led Mac Brown, UNC Tar Heels, and Georgia. Then they got at home Ole Miss and Alabama. So Auburn's gonna have a tough stretch, and I could see them falling off.
It's tough, man. It's tough. I have LSU as well. The Tigers get Alabama at home this year, so that's a good thing. But they also have to play at Auburn, at Florida, and at Texas A&M, and you're replacing 14 starters with that. And they're relying on a quarterback with limited experience in Brennan. He's not going to be Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's not walking through that door. So they need him to figure out a way to mature really fast, and I don't think this is the year for LSU. They fall off majorly.
Jay, do you believe in Joe Burrow now?
Who in the NFL?
Yeah, a year later.
They have the worst net passing yards in the entire NFL, dog. The worst. The absolute worst. 32nd. It's 32 teams. Guess where they land? 32.
So you don't believe in them?
No, not yet. You know who I'm believing in?
Who?
I don't feel like talking about it. Let's move right on to the SEC breakout team, Weezy. Who we got?
Texas A&M, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. Texas A&M is going to do big things this year. They kept, listen. Jimbo Fisher is a quarterback whisperer. Can I agree with that, Coach? Can you give me a head shake? You agree with that one? And then he got Kellen Mond. Kellen Mond's been
who did he whisper to?
Jameis Winston.
No, Jameis Winston was a generational talent. That's what that was. EJ Manuel is the what do you do with EJ Manuel? What do you do with Christian Ponder?
No, I can't say that now, Jeff. We're not talking about for NFL. We're talking about college. What he did for them, EJ Manuel won 4 straight bowl games.
If EJ Manuel had the same team Jameis had, and we lost, and we didn't win that championship,
we don't know that.
Anyway, Texas A&M, man. We'll see. Watch what Kellen Mond do. Watch how good he has Kellen Mond licking. Texas A&M. Texas A&M. Texas A&M.
I'm going with Auburn. Chad Moore's new assistant. He's gonna make the game. He's gonna open up the passing game for my man Bo Nix. I'm on the Bo Nix hype train this year. They win the Iron Bowl. Give Alabama their only loss. Auburn's gonna be the breakout team this year.
Sticking with Kentucky, man. I had the running back having freshman of the year. Coach, all the reasons why I think Mark Stoops is going to get there. He's going to have Kentucky rolling, man. A good defense is led by their secondary that only gave up 19.3 points a game and only allowed 9 touchdowns. Gave up 5.3 yards per snap. Boogie Watson is going to anchor their defense on the edge. Now, for them to do this, though, they got to win some key games against Louisville on the road and Tennessee, and then they have Auburn at home. So they got to win those 3 games for this to happen.
I'm sticking with Weezy, man. We're going to Texas A&M Aggies, man. Compared to Auburn and LSU, Texas A&M's roster is the advantage. You're returning 16 starters, including your quarterback and your running back and your wide receiver and your tight end. That means you're ready to rock, man, especially on offense. They got to be more consistent on defense, though. They gave up 47 to Alabama and 50 to LSU, so that was not okay. But here's the thing. That defense got a year older. They're bringing back 8 starters on defense. 8? Fam, listen. Texas A&M, they're going to give Alabama everything they asking for. I promise you that.
Yeah.
I tell you what, man.
They got beat us 40-0 tomorrow. Golly.
Let's pick some division winners, man. In the East, who y'all got winning the East?
Go ahead. I don't even want to say. Y'all go ahead.
Georgia. They bringing back 8 starters. Florida looks great. Florida looks great, but they got to beat Georgia if we can say Florida. That's all. Just beat Georgia.
I got Florida Gators winning it. I'm gonna keep it real.
With Kyle Trask coming back and Jamie Newman opting out, that's gonna give Florida the edge over Georgia. It would have been close, but with the lack of spring practice and regular practice times, teams that have the main part of their offense coming back is going to give them that advantage. And Florida has that. They got offensive line help with the transfer, Stuart Reese. And the defense bring 5 starters back. They're one of the best defense in the SEC. So it's hard to go against Florida, especially them bringing everything back and Georgia not having the quarterback that they thought they were. So it hates me to say this, but them guys in blue and whatever colors they got.
So we're winning the East. Mainly, the only reason I'm picking us to win the East, though, is because Jamie Newton, he won't be the quarterback at Georgia. That's the only reason. If they had him, we'll be in a world of trouble. They don't. We are fine. The only thing we got to do, we got to replace C.J. Henderson, and we have 2 players to do that. We have to replace Zuniga as a linebacker. We got a linebacker that's going to do that. And we also have to replace Jonathan Gennard, and we have 2 people to do that. We'll be replacing 3 levels of defense. We'll be fine. We'll be good. We're going to win the East, man. Feels good saying that for the first time in about 10 years, for sure.
Speaking of C.J. Henderson, he got cooked last night.
No, he got cooked. Didn't? No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. He got cooked.
No, he didn't, dog. Who's cooking? Devontae Parker? Is that what you talking about?
Bro, he gave 2 touchdowns last night.
He had the
He did.
this is the thing. Going into the season, going into that game, week 2, he had the number one, like literally, it was one cornerback in better than him that had a better year than him so far in 2 games. You know who that one cornerback was? Tre'Davious White. So ratings was Tre'Davious White, C.J. Henderson, who's played 2 NFL games. He'll be fine. You just wait.
I'm not saying he'll be fine. I'm saying he got cooked last night.
He was taking
Everything
risks.
you said is true, but he got cooked last night.
Yeah. So I seen Zach Cunningham, who you said was going to be a breakout player.
All right.
I seen him get truck stick, and he got truck stick by a little running back, a little bitty running back.
True.
So let's move on to the West. Who's winning the West, Weezy?
Alabama. Roll Tide.
I ain't saying Roll Tide though. That ain't happening. But Alabama, they win everything this year.
Yeah, Alabama, man. You got Mac Brown, who got valuable time last year. He's going to be going up against Bryce Young for the starting spot, which Bryce probably will win it. Najee Harris, who we've been mentioning, he's going to have a monster year running behind that great O-line, man. And they got the wide receivers coming back. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle. Alabama's going to win this.
Yeah, Alabama's winning this, but it'll be behind the arm of Mac. We won't see Bryce Young at all this year, y'all.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, we ain't going to see him. I'm going to tell you why. Because we didn't have a training camp, spring camp, all that. That's the reason. He's too far behind. Mac has been in that program for 2 years. Yeah, Mac that's over with. You can pack that up. But Alabama has the best run game, best passing attack, best lineman, best offense and defensive line. If there's a weakness, it's in the secondary. But they got a first-round pick in their secondary, Patrick Surtain. So they'll be fine. Bring back Dylan Moses, too.
That's crazy. Why did
Dylan Moses?
Oh.
Hey, man.
Right back.
Right back. The rich stay rich.
I know
and people not even talking about how good Devontae Smith is, dog.
Yeah.
He's so damn good. Dog. Tua's throwing him open, but he's so good. No. Yeah, you're a damn lie. You'll see. Watch Matt. You talking about watch Matt.
I ain't worried about Matt. Bryce is the one that's gonna be the quarterback.
Mike, listen, Mike, you're damn lie. Mac Jones is gonna be that quarterback. Every 10 games, you're gonna see Mac Jones behind center. Bryce Young, red shirt. He not even gonna play, bro. I'm telling you.
I can't wait to those 3 teams, whoever the 4th team is, but those 3 teams of Clemson, Alabama, and Ohio State get to where they need. That's the only 3 teams worth watching this whole year. Just being honest.
Notre Dame right there too.
Those are the only 3 teams worth watching this year.
Florida.
Those are the only 3 teams worth watching.
Bro, I'm
every
telling
game.
you, the college football playoff will be Clemson, will be Ohio State, will be Alabama, and will be us.
So they're going to lose in the SEC game, and then they're going to get to go to college football playoff?
They're both going to be undefeated going into that, y'all.
Now, Auburn beats Alabama in the Iron Bowl. They figured it out.
Alabama's not losing. We just literally said they got the best offense and defense in the
NCAA. Y'all gonna drop a game before y'all get to the SEC championship.
Whatever you want to bet.
Huh?
Whatever you want to bet is what he said.
Go ahead on, lot. So that is another episode, man. Talking SEC football. We've never done that. That was fun. Me and Weezy enjoyed it. Coach Locke and Jeff did not. Is there a reason to even talk about the ACC this year?
Here you go. Don't start that shit.
Not at all. It's Clemson and a whole bunch of other people. That's all it is. It's Clemson.
Man, I hate when Jeff team. I hate when Jeff team is bad. Well, he'll turn their ass in a heartbeat.
There's some players in there, man. We got to bring up. They might not be on Florida State. There's some players in the ACC though.
Yeah, who beat Clemson, Coach?
Every year.
We didn't say. Or do we need to discuss who's going to win the ACC?
I'm telling you, Notre Dame's gonna get Clemson run for their money.
No, they're not. Clemson's gonna beat shit out of them.
I don't think so, Joe.
Who's gonna beat them? Miami gonna beat the hell out of y'all too. Ooh, I can't. What time that game come on?
Hey, we appreciate y'all tuning in and checking us out, man. You know, please rate and subscribe. Go to the YouTube. Go to iTunes. Give us thumbs up. Do all that, man. We're not finna sit here and just bash the Florida State Seminoles like that because that other team in Florida is good, man. We're not gonna do that.
It's 2 teams in Florida that's real good. It is one that just needs to start over.
Y'all will be all right, man. Y'all coach got COVID though, so
that's tough, man.
Y'all coach,
and he's still gonna coach. They said he's still gonna coach from the house.
He coaching from the house.
They said he's still gonna coach.
Like, yes, he's coaching from the house.
He coaching from the quarantine house.
God.
Hurricanes by 21.
They said he's still gonna coach, man.
Coach left. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. I'll do his part. And tweets with questions throughout the week and Full Sport Press. Don't forget to the fool left. Don't forget to give us a comment, a thumbs up, no thumbs down this week on the YouTube page. On the iTunes page, please rate and subscribe. But more importantly, man, don't forget to tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
To tell the coach's friends not to coach from the house.
COVID.
Weezy.
Everything paid for, baby.
Jeff.
Unfortunately, the camera's always on.
Coach, like, you back on camera. Say what's up, Cal.
Get a drummer song, man.
Man, the revolution will be podcast. The cameraman, we are out.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Thank you for listening to the Full Sport Press podcast. And don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend.